But Willie O'Connor, I mean, he's one of those players that can just get up and roll off a few legs. There he goes missing for a few legs, and that's where the consistency has got to improve from Will. Thomas Seyler, known him for an awful long time. When I was back playing, I used to travel over to Germany. Been a good player, but again, a player that just loses his form for no reason at all in the middle of matches and then gets a bit frustrated. So you kind of think that the player that's going to get in front early on may go on and win the game, and certainly the bookmakers should have Willie O'Connor probably just the favourite.
Yeah, I would think so, but you never know. This crowd may play a part.
First leg, Thomas to throw first. Game on.
Thomas Seyler looking a little bit more silvered since the last time I saw him on the European Tour.
Nothing wrong with silver?
No, nothing at all. Getting into Martin Adams territory.
He does look like Martin Adams. Scary. That is scary.
100.
See if he can throw like him. Ton to start off with for Thomas Seyler. And Willie O'Connor comes back with a ton 40. Yeah, so just before this got going that Willie O'Connor kind of breezed through qualifying, sort of 3 players, only dropped 6
60.
legs in the process. That includes a whenever Darren Webster beat Jamie Robinson 6-0 as well. Thomas Seyler, because of the number of players in the host nation qualifiers, as Willie O'Connor
140.
Back-to-back ton 40s. They had, I believe, I will double check this for you now, 69.
69.
There we go. 69
60.
players
I've
entering the host nation
written down
qualifiers.
already.
Well, it's that faultless preparation you're doing, isn't it?
Absolutely faultless preparation.
So 69 players. He had to play 4 games to get here last night, and
45.
as we've seen, the 2 big names in German darts, Max Hopp and Jihan Arto, couldn't get through. So the fact that he has won 4 games to get here and finds himself in the first round proper is an achievement
95.
in itself. Can he build upon it? He made 3 European tours last year. He only managed to win 1 game. That was against Antonio Alcinas. Then he came a cropper in the next round to Robert Thornton, but he did go all the way to a deciding leg. We know he can play, Thomas Seyler. It's just doing it on a regular basis.
Oh, that is a perfect dart. Oh, that's unlucky. Needs to find another treble. Oh.
60.
Wow.
Well, both of those darts have come in and hit the flight
William Unicorn,
on
131.
the approach, and that's just unlucky.
I know this is a thing you've mentioned before about keeping your flights fresh,
99.
but just have a look at the state. The flight on the dart that actually made it into the board and stayed there is properly dog-eared. May not matter.
Well, he wants a bullseye.
$88.
Oh, Willie O'Connor.
William Unicorn, 32.
A little bit of luck of the Irish. Can he close out this opening leg on double 8s? Oh, he's busted.
score.
Oh, that's a low dart.
Nothing lucky about that.
Thomas Unicorn, 38.
Well, will he split it or go straight for the 19s? Straight for him. Now he needs to find it with this dart. Well, now it's a pressure dart.
Game shows in the first leg.
Thomas Seyler
Williams
hits double 19 with his final dart in hand. Holds his throw and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Willie won't be too happy with that. The double 16.
140.
But you're right what you say about the flights. I'll tell you the worst one for it is Raymond van Barneveld. You know, you can see that's a good point, Dan, because, you know, that top of that flight is a lot thicker than what it should be. It should be a nice and clean, sharp edge. And
you only need to take a little bit of the pace off, and then it catches a wire and it doesn't stick, and suddenly that's 60 points on the floor,
47.
and you find yourself in a position like that where Willie O'Connor has had a chance to break the throw in the opening leg. In the end, he didn't take it, so it didn't matter. But
85.
there's sometimes with Thomas on his throw, I think he tries to get a little bit too powerful with the odd dart to try and force it in and smash it into
100.
the other darts. And a lot of times he gets flyers and, you know, they'll sit right up the top of the 20.
good switch there.
96.
Well, Willie O'Connor had a very impressive run here at the German Darts Masters just under 12 months ago. He made the quarter-finals, his first
100.
quarter-final of a PDC event for 3 years. He beat host nation qualifier, or the European qualifier, I should say, Armin Glanzer.
85. William, you require 114.
Athletics from Thomas Seyler.
Well, he didn't only chuck his dart, he chucked his whole body over the hockey then.
Wow,
That's
doesn't set
all
it
they've
up
got.
properly.
Thomas, you require
Yes, I mean,
150.
that means he's only going to get one dart and a double. So if Thomas can find a treble, put some pressure on, which he's done, perhaps a treble 18.
83.
And again, a missed number
William,
has
you
not
require
helped him at
71.
all. So treble 13 for Willie O'Connor, 18 for tops. Silence.
31. Thomas, you require
Now, once again,
67.
a little bit trickier than it needed to be, but 17's are the route, and he hits the treble, so it is 2 clear darts at double 8. Decent marker, you'd think.
59. William, you require 40.
Hear what the crowd think of that here in Munich.
Aim shot in the second leg. William O'Connor. They'll let Thomas to throw first. Game on.
Well, yes, and Willie O'Connor beat Armin Glanzer in round 1 last year. Then he beat Ian White and Vincent van der Voort. He then led 3-1 against Michael van
123.
Gerwen in the quarterfinals and was playing some very, very good darts. Just wasn't quite enough to beat the world #1 in the end, who, of course, did go on to
40.
win it.
Like he did for most things last year.
Well, the first 4
18
European,
times.
the first 4 European Tour events in a row for a start.
60.
There's 18 tournaments he won last year.
Not bad, is it?
And then coming into the World Championships, obviously, you know, we all thought that he would win that. But Raymond van Barneveld at his very best.
140.
What a game of darts that was.
Goes to prove you can't win them all, but with Michael van Gerwen, maybe could one year.
60.
I don't know. Playing some terrifying darts at the minute is MVG.
Well, I don't think it's no coincidence that he won a lot last year, but he played nearly
97.
every single tournament, if not every tournament. And I keep telling the players that duck out of tournaments, you're losing your edge. If you want to go and do exhibitions instead of tournaments, you're losing your edge.
60.
Exhibitions does not sharpen you up. It gives you a false sense of where your form is. But Michael van Gerwen played every tournament.
Well, that is his practice.
57.
He doesn't really practice away from tournaments now, because on a day of a tournament, he'll be practicing for 3 or 4 hours before he goes on. Then he's got his game. He inevitably tends to go deep
81.
into those
Well, you're
tournaments, so it's 2 or 3 days
167.
at least that he's going to be doing that.
Well, it keeps him fresh as well, Dan. You know, you don't get bored. I think sometimes practice can make you bored. You know, a break does you, in my opinion, does you the world of good at times.
131. Thomas, you require 117.
Now, big moment missed. Thomas Seyler looking at 117. Oh, he can't do it now, and you can. That is just a really, for an experienced player. That is
66.
such a,
William, you
Well,
require
that one
30
was, like I mentioned earlier, he puts too much power in it and really gets flyers. And that was one of them.
But that second dart he just threw away, and that is a shocker as well.
Thomas, you require 51.
And Thomas Seyler is being gifted an opportunity that perhaps he didn't deserve, but tops he wants for a 2-1 lead. Well, that is a good marker. That's a good dart. And that's a great dart.
Thomas Seyler. Wolfgang Williams.
Thomas
to
Seyler, one of the
Rover.
few men who can be
Game on.
furious at winning a leg of darts.
Well, Willie could be thinking I should be
45.
3-0 up here. In all 3 of those legs, he threw at the double first. Just got a little bit of snatch at times as well, hasn't he? Just on the
41.
release, the hands coming to the right instead of just a good good extension on the follow through.
100.
Solid stuff from Willie O'Connor in response.
$100.
sped up a little bit there, Shorty.
Well, we can see the angle of that dart. It's absolutely perfect. He should have found the treble from that second one.
59.
I don't know why he didn't stay there, because he'd only had to find the middle of the flights, and that would have funneled that third dart into the treble.
85.
I understand him going down below from that dart, which he has done.
96.
Very little between these two in this one.
59.
Winner will face the Belgian Kim Huybrechts, number 5 seed, a former winner on the European Tour. Right
41.
now, it's difficult to say who it's going to be. This is an opportunity for Thomas Seyler.
Just hold on the thumb on the fourth. You try and flick it, and it certainly is not going to work.
Unfortunately, once you've let go of it, you can't grab it back in mid-air and have another go.
No,
even though your brain says you want to do it.
And just on release, that's where it is. Just on release, it just isn't comfortable in the hand, and the brain's telling you that this is not going to work.
43. Lumi requires 78.
78 for a level game again. Good first dart, gives him 2 at double 12. Well, pretty much the best visit of the leg there to close it out. It is 2-2. But this is not going how either man would have hoped.
Well, Thomas has certainly sped up a bit. Perhaps he's just trying to get a bit more rhythm into his throw.
$47. 30.
Willie O'Connor, a guy that you will have seen playing at some of the big tournaments on TV with the PDC as he fires in the first maximum of the match. That's a bit more like it. Yeah, 4 times he's been to the Grand Prix. I mean, that's one of the bonuses about being an Irish player. Opportunities to get there.
60.
Still yet to make the World Championship.
$100.
Follows the 180 with a ton. Looking good for a break of throw. Seyler has to find something. Oh,
85.
bit of a lurch with that last dart.
Yeah, he just loses his rhythm too many times, doesn't he? There's too many scruffy darts.
50.
But he's still in the leg. 140 here will give him a dart at the bullseye. 180 gives him 2 darts at double 16.
140. William Miracle,
He's just getting too angry with himself, which is tightening up. You know, it's very easy for us to sit here and say you've got to try and stay relaxed, keep the arm relaxed.
58.
Well, there's a big chance here now for Seyler.
Thomas, you require 86.
Treble 18. Stay on the 18s. Bullseye once. And Thomas Seyler has pulled that leg out the fire because he was nowhere at one point. And the German crowd show their appreciation.
Well, again, Dan, we've talked about it quite a bit today. You know, never give a leg up.
140.
Seyler's gone 140, 86 out.
Yeah.
226 points in 6 darts. And, you know, one time he looked dead and buried in the leg.
May change the whole complexion of the game if he can
140.
pace with Willie O'Connor here. Surely that will make Thomas Seyler a little bit happier. This might not, though.
140.
Ton 40, ton 40, ton 40 in this leg.
81.
Unable to find another, and you see just that, the technical issue there just coming into play again.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd call it, a snatch, a
100.
twitch, whatever. It's something that doesn't work anyway.
There's probably some massive on German compound noun that I couldn't even attempt to say that would describe it. Thing is, Thomas is like the premier pundit on darts in German TV. It's him and our usual MC Elmar Polka that do all the commentary for things like the Premier League and the World Championship. That's in the 9, so... Oh, dear. Some of the setup shots in this game have been pretty abysmal.
Well, that is a very poor visit from Will, and he could be punished. Now, Seyler had a 140 to leave 86 last time. 140 here leaves him double top.
100.
He'll take that. Willie O'Connor, 102. 82 left. It's got to be trouble 14 or book. Well, he stayed there. He liked the lie.
Yes,
liked
exactly right. That was the right thing to do. He just caught the flight and it went in the 5s.
86.
But he set it up. Now, Thomas,
you require 80.
Keep the rhythm and don't miss the big number. Oh, that's perfect.
William, you require 16.
I think that cry of anguish was from Thomas Seyler himself. And that will only compound his fury.
Thomas to throw
well,
first.
as he walked back past Willie, he puts his arms right out as if to say, that's a wide. Not that the Germans know too much about cricket. They don't play cricket, do they?
45.
I don't think they do. My point was, Thomas Seyler is a top pundit on darts in Germany. So he'll sit there and he'll watch all of the big events. And
60.
if somebody's let their emotions get the better of them, or somebody's got a technical issue, it'll be him that goes, oh, he needs to sort that out. That's evidently holding him back in his game.
Yeah.
But it goes to show that when you're stuck in it yourself, when you're up on that stage and dealing with the pressure and dealing with, trying to bring your practice game, which you know is good, up onto the stage under pressure, it's very hard to actually keep all those things in check.
You're exactly right. I mean, we sit here and say, you mustn't get angry, frustrated. And I'm lucky enough that I never did once in my career. What are you laughing at?
I've seen YouTube, Rod.
No,
41.
I must be losing. I must be talking about someone else.
I don't recall ever losing my rag.
Must be talking about someone else.
Yeah. Well, the upshot is it's 3 apiece here. And Willie O'Connor's looking to fire in a second maximum of the match and does so.
190.
Thomas Seyler was in all sorts of bother
43.
at 2 apiece and looking like he was going to get broken. Then it looked like Willie O'Connor was in trouble in the previous leg. It's been 6 holes to throw so far. If there'd just been one break, the other guy, you feel,
60.
might have been able to just surge ahead and put a run of a couple of good, solid legs together, and that might be enough. But as it is anybody's game. Willie O'Connor has stolen a march on Thomas Seyler in this leg, but we've seen him throw away these opportunities already in this match because his set-up shots haven't been great. Can he do better this time around?
Well, from 1-2-1 he hit 19 last time, but this is going to be a bit better.
140.
Yeah, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect from William O'Connor. And now the pressure is on Thomas Seyler. He's not going to take this out. And again, that's a wasted dart.
30.
I mean, if
William
Willie goes up and
requires
misses
16.
these 8s, I mean, what was Thomas doing?
And he has done. And those 2 darts in the 5 have made it so much harder. It may have cost him a dart at a double.
Well, it's cost him the leg, possibly. Well, it has cost him the leg now if Willie goes out. I mean, that's as you say, Thomas
45.
would sit here and say exactly the same. That's
8.
crazy doing that.
Willie O'Connor.
6.
all kinds of bother.
Thomas requires 72.
Another chance. Tops for 4-3.
32.
Oh, that was only just on the wire.
2.
That was close.
But he may come back. It's double one. It's the madhouse.
Yeah, and the way Willie's darts lie, they're not great for double one.
Let's go. Thomas, you require 40.
Now, Thomas, if you take this out, if you can't give a smile now to get away with murder on this leg.
He has had more lives than a cat in this leg. And can he maintain his composure and pin the double 5? Can he?
30.
No, he cannot.
William, you require 2.
It could be one of those legs.
Game
perhaps
shot to the
not.
7th leg. William O'Connor.
Well, it is a 25 dart break of throw on double 1.
Chances for you yet, Dan?
Look, I'd be happy with that. But this is the man who led MVG 3-1 in this very venue less than a year ago. This is Willie O'Connor. He can play some proper darts. Thomas Seyler can play some proper darts. It's just neither of them have chosen to do so this evening.
Mind you, the winner will walk off and go,
22.
who cares about averages and stats? I'm the alien once you get up there. In actual fact, there's been some alien darts thrown by aliens.
80.
Well, Thomas Seyler appears to be going through the various stages of grief here. We've gone through anger. Now he's sort of seems to moved on to acceptance. There was no response to that one bouncing out the board.
96.
It's not over yet, Thomas.
60.
The thing is, he's actually thrown those darts sensibly there. It's only a 60, but
It is
none of the
rhythm.
technical problems involved there.
It's rhythm. What you've got to do is when you've got a few little flaws in your game, in your practice, is to find
45.
a concentration that stops you thinking about those flaws and just more about rhythm. Again, it's no different to any other sport, especially a golfer. You know, he has his on impact, his hands coming to the swing too much, and so he gets out there and practices rhythm. It's just like a dart player.
You don't even have to be one of the quick rat-a-tat-tat players to do it, do you? You can be slow. It's as long as you've got something repeatable.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
See, that's an absolute perfect dart for Thomas. And he's got frustrated that the second one didn't go in, which has made the third one more hard work.
Well, that's a good dart from Willie O'Connor. Gets the 11. Tops he wants for 5-3.
71.
Not far away. This is a massive one for Thomas Seyler.
85. William, you require 40.
Tops for a 2-leg cushion. And it is awkward with Willie O'Connor's darts to find his way through, but he doesn't make it look awkward with that one. That's a great dart. And he's a 5-3 lead. And Thomas Seyler's got to win the last 3 legs. Otherwise, it'll be another first-round exit on the European Tour for him.
I also think with Thomas that in front of his home crowd, he wants to play so well, and that extra bit of pressure tightens you up. You know, there's loads of things that are going through your mind before you walk up there, when you get up there and in the middle of the game, and in actual fact you can get addled in the brain, as we call it, and that's where Thomas has been, the different emotions that he's gone through in this game, and where the only thing he needed to do is just concentrate on his rhythm. You know, set the dart, pull it back, release it. It's as simple as that. But you know, that little thing in between the ears called the brain is what messes a lot of people up, and even people at the top of their game.
100.
I mean, I see something in Phil Taylor last week when he got the draw out of Michael van Gerwen. He was bouncing around as if it was a win. It was incredible. Michael van Gerwen treated it as a loss. Phil treated it as a win. That's the first time in his whole career that I've seen him do that.
Yeah, it's interesting times in the Premier League, it has to be said. Michael van Gerwen, top of the table by just 1 leg.
134.
Judgment night coming up next week on Sky Sports. Going to be there, Rob?
Oh, she'll be there in Cardiff. Looking forward to it.
81. William
O'Connor, 167, doesn't need to use the ball, but it looks like he's going to be in a very handy position to close out the match. Down for the 17s.
97.
70 left after 4 visits. Decent leg of darts from William O'Connor here. And Thomas Seyler's German Darts Masters campaign
60.
may be coming
70.
to an abrupt halt in round 1. 70 needed for Willie O'Connor. That is not what he wanted, and I think he's probably going to have to use the bullseye route. Well, he didn't.
No, he's not.
Well, he didn't.
No, he's hit the double 16.
46.
Wow. Okay.
Commentary required.
Oh, go on, Thomas Seyler.
55.
Prove him wrong. Take out the 155. Why not? Not to be. Willie O'Connor shakes
42.
his head and...
William, you required 24.
Well, it's not been pretty, this. By any stretch of the imagination.
Game,
But
shot.
double 6
And the
completes
match,
the
William
victory.
O'Connor.
And Willie O'Connor wins it 6-3. He will face Kim Huybrechts, the number 5 seed, in tomorrow's action. Thomas Seyler, a disappointing end to his campaign. We have got 4 more spots in the second round up for grabs.